Greek food is amazing, and if there's one recipe that captures the liveliness of this cuisine, it's tzatziki. I'm Carol Yelverton. Welcome to Hungry for Travel TV. This creamy, tangy, lemony dip is so incredibly refreshing, and it really is easy to pull together too, because it all starts with the ever-popular Greek yogurt. So I have some beautiful Greek yogurt. I use full fat because it just adds more flavor to it, and it's the kind of dip that it's going to absorb all the flavors, and that's going to help it. So I'm going to put in about a half a cup of Greek yogurt, and then I don't just do the Greek yogurt, but I also add sour cream. And that's one of those kind of Greek things that once you know about it, I've done a lot of research. I always research my recipes really well. That's going to just bring a little tang, a little creaminess. It's just going to make it a little different to work with. So I like to mix this just with a fork. So I'll mix those two together right now. And then we're going to add some other beautiful flavors to them. We have lemon, because lemon is bright, acidic, refreshing, and that's going to really pull a lot of our flavors together. We're going to go with just a touch of white pepper. I wouldn't put black pepper in because this is part of the beauty of this dip, is like it's so beautiful and white when you dip into it. I also have some olive oil, and again, that's just a little flavor thing. It pulls things together. It works beautifully. I have salt, because that is really, really refreshing. And then one little kind of secret that I have is I put just a touch, just a pinch of sugar in. And the reason I do that is that we have all these intense flavors going on. We've got the garlic, we've got the lemon, we have the salt, and of course the tanginess of the sour cream and the yogurt. And that sugar just kind of mellows everything out. It takes the sharpness away, and it just makes it really, really wonderful. So that's just a little special thing that's going on. Okay, so that's kind of blended in. And now I want to add a clove of garlic. And I've talked about a garlic press before because, you cut garlic in different ways, in cooking. And sometimes you want to mash it like here. Other times you want to mince it or just slice it. So it depends on the recipe. For this recipe, I just love this garlic press. I've been using a garlic press for years and years and years. And it's just going to just blend so easily now into the dip. So I'll just get that going in there. Blend that up really nicely. Really nicely. And then, of course, you think dill, right, when you think about tzatziki, because it's just one of those flavors you associate with it. It's so good. It's so just kind of springs to life, in our dip. So we're definitely going to go with dill. I have about a tablespoon here. And the other thing that's very Greek, that we don't really know about that much in the States, but once you start adding this to your tzatziki, you're going to be crazy about it, because it's spearmint. And it is, oh my gosh, so refreshing. Again, we're talking about refreshing and light flavors, flavors that, on a hot summer day, sitting on the patio, you're just out, or you want to bring something special to somebody's house on a hot day, this is just like the most beautiful thing to put in. The mint really, really makes a difference. So that's going in there. And then you have to have cucumbers, because they brighten everything, they lighten everything, they're cool, they're gentle, they're wonderful. So let me show you how I do the cucumbers. Right here, I've peeled the cucumber, obviously, and then I've cut it just into long, almost like wedges, like pickle wedges, and then cut it in half. But I've taken the seeds out, because we don't want the seeds in the dip, but we do want just the regular cucumber happening. And then I'm going to use the large side of a grater, and I'm just going to grate that down. And when you do that, you are going to find out it's like really wet. You'll have a lot of moisture kind of falling off this, because cucumber, there's just so much water in a cucumber anyway, and that's part of its appeal. But here again, we don't want to water down these beautiful flavors. So what I do is I take this grated cucumber, and I let it sit in a dish towel for a while, and that pulls a lot of the excess moisture. It's still really moist, though. It isn't like it's all dried out. So then I just want to get this in to our tzatziki. So I just use a little pastry scraper, because that really works well for me when I do this with a dish towel, nice clean dish towel. So we're going to get that in. All right. Now, I'm telling you, we're just about done. It's this easy to put this together. It's this beautiful. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit more yogurt, because I think it's pretty green right now. And that's the thing about this too. You can taste it, taste as you go, see what you like. But remember that you're going to let this sit in the refrigerator for at least an hour, because you're going to want all the spices to come together. You're going to want all the flavors to come together. You want the cucumber to really work with the yogurt and the sour cream. So let it sit for at least an hour, and then you're going to be ready to serve it, and it's going to be beautiful. And so let me show you a picture. Here's our tzatziki. It is all dressed up and ready for an Instagram moment. There it is. It's thick. The yogurt sour cream blend makes it ultra rich and tangy. It's the perfect foil for the garlic, the lemon, the herbs, the spices. They just come alive in this dip. And that cool cucumber brings incredible freshness into each bite. The Greek Isles are one of the most beautiful spots in the world. Who can't get enough of that special sunlight and that incredibly blue Aegean Sea? Check out this special week to remember on the island of Mykonos.
Sleepless nights at the chateau, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Coach, wherever we go, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Get a wildfire burning, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Ace high and going all in, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Spread it like peanut butter jelly. Do it like I owe you some money. Spread it like peanut butter jelly. Do it like I owe you some money. Spread it like sleepless nights at the chateau, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Coach, wherever we go, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Get a wildfire burning, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Ace high and going all in, visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Spread it like peanut butter jelly. Do it like I owe you some money. Spread it like peanut butter jelly. Do it like I owe you some money. Money. Spread it like visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Spread it like visualize it. I'll give it something to do. Visualize it. I'll give it something to do.
Cruising the Greek Isles is one of those incredible experiences. It's really a bucket list kind of thing. I've got to get to it. That's one of my dream vacations. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Carol Yelverton. Until I see you again, stay hungry for travel.